Happy 4th of July weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. It's Garage Night, brought to you by Full Buddy Cast, 4th Buddy Cast, 4th of July Buddy Cast. We got, just go hit up. I did this last year. I think I did this, or maybe 2 years ago, or maybe both years. But anyways, I went to Cole Street. I got a growler, and I brought it out to my 4th of July party. I got the 15% off because I tagged myself in. Go do that. If you're going to go to the 4th of July this weekend party and party it up, grab a couple growlers from Cole Street, grab a couple wine bottles from Bordeaux Wine Bar, and go grab, just grab a couple to-go orders from Mazalon. Tell them the Bone sent you, but say it's Travis instead of the Bone. That'll work. Anyway, it's Garage Night. We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Pew, 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 pew. Boom.
That was a very I don't know, not girthy, but it was a bit boo.
That was exciting. Right on theme for the episode.
Yeah,
America.
We got Corey Bentley on the mic.
America.
I hope you guys are having going to celebrate a great 4th of July. It's great to be with you all. We love you. This episode, it's going to be mostly 4th of July themed. We're going to do kind of a draft of the best and worst.
I just wrote a random list. So
okay. Did you do a list? Did you want to write down some things while I'm doing an intro?
It's all right here.
Oh, that's right. You don't need a notepad or anything. We're going to do top 5. I want to do top 5 best and top 5 worst.
I have one worst that I hate that I wrote down.
We could do that too.
Stupidest one in the world.
We could do that too. But I'm going to
I can find 2 maybe.
Yeah. Just
okay,
just put it in order, and
I also, when I was doing my research, I found some of the best names for fireworks.
Oh, let's
on
do
the
that.
Website. So I wrote some of the funny names.
Okay, say the funny names right now. Let's do that right now. So buys Craig time.
I already have it. I just was going to write it down.
So I was on the website just trying to remember some of the stuff that was called, and they have basically anything that like shoots up in the air now, like the artillery shell type stuff.
Yeah.
So one was called "Did Someone Order Some Patriotism to Go?"
That's one of them.
That's one. That's
okay,
the
I
name
like
of
that.
it. One's called "Crazy Exciting on Steroids." Then you got "Mess with the Bull, Get the Horns."
Pretty good. These are long. I was expecting like Snapple Crackle. But I wasn't like.
One's just called "Migraine."
There we go.
And I'm
wow.
I don't know. Do you want that one? And then there was one called "What Just Happened."
That's good too.
And so now I'm intrigued to try to buy that one online to see if I get arrested.
That's really good. I like that for sure. All right, so we're putting together our top 10 list. Let's go top 10. I like that, but the 10th being the absolute worst one out there. Because, or maybe two. Did you already got your worst ones yet, Craig?
I got a worst one.
Okay, cool.
Let me say it right now.
No, not yet. And then Dole. Okay, and then okay. All right. So here we go. We're gonna count down from 9. Okay, so we're gonna give a reveal of the best one at the end and the absolute worst one at the end. So we're going to count down from 9, okay? I'll go first. My 9th, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one that's kind of, it's like a tube of toilet paper, like a roll, like at the end of it. And it just has like the dull, like, puh. It's like 5 or 6 like colored, dull, weird balls that do nothing. No excitement, no big bangs, no flashy. Puh.
That sounds like the name of it.
That's it. So that's my 9th. The dull, lame one. Who's next?
I'll go snakes.
That's your 9th?
I got snakes on my list, but it's higher.
Wow. Okay. Snakes. I don't know snakes. I don't know no snakes.
I got the little cars or tanks that you would light, and they were supposed to like move across as you lit them.
That's funny because that is my 8th. Tanks as well. Go ahead.
Pop it.
Ooh, okay. I feel like that's a little bit higher, but okay.
I have that as well, but higher.
Yeah.
and I called it Snappets.
Okay. Go ahead. What's your eighth, Corey?
Ground flowers or ground blooms.
Those are so good.
We used to throw them in the air.
That's your eighth?
Yeah. I enjoy
Wow. Wow.
I didn't put this in order. I'm just reading it.
Well, put it in order.
I'm trying to in my mind.
You're not Craig. Quit trying to show off, okay?
Hey, I did the homework. It's on this piece of paper.
Yeah, he barely did. He just wrote down some freaking firework names. My seventh is cherry bombs. I actually liked finding those things. Those are the ones that weren't. You barely. Basically, what we would do every summer. Not every summer. Back up, Travis. Chill for a moment. It's the 4th of July. Relax. What I did was we'd go to Ocean Shores or Long Beach like a couple days after the 4th, and you would find so many things in the sand that were not used. Maybe fell out of people's pockets or whatever, and we would just light them off. And it was mostly cherry bombs. Found cherry bombs all the time with still fuses intact and just boom, boom, boom. Love cherry bombs.
I don't know the name of it, but it's the little green balls that strobe lights.
Like the crackling balls?
Yeah, crackling balls.
Yeah.
Those are good too. Those are really good. These are getting better. Okay.
Bees.
Oh, I had those higher.
You got to rip the little wing off of them, and then you shoot them sideways at people.
I had bees a little higher, but that's okay.
6 was M80s. Loud, proud, and endowed.
I actually had M80s also there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fist bump. Air fist bump. Boom. That's an M80. We just did the M80. Let's do the M80. Let's blow it up.
This didn't sound very loud.
Neither do they. That's why they suck and they're only at 6.
My next one was
Put them in a bucket. They're louder.
My next one was snakes. And the reason I enjoyed
I don't
them
know snakes.
is because when you did them all over the basketball court, my dad would get pissed because it would leave black marks.
Probably still marks
It
on
probably is.
5. It depends on what type, but I like sparklers. I think sparklers are always fun, no matter what age you are. Whether you're a little kid, it's a little safe thing. It's like the first thing that you really get a hold for 4th of July. So I think there's some nostalgia, there's some novelty there, and you get to spell your name in cursive. You get to, and it also can smell good. And if you get the right ones, you throw some Saran wrap or duct tape around it, and then you can make a big old sparkler bomb and blow your hand off.
Well, that's actually what I have next. I have sparklers for kids, and then underneath that I wrote bomb for Craig.
That's not. You guys don't have that high enough. I had ground blooms right here.
For 5?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Where are we at?
5.
5.
You just
That's
said
what I just said.
Okay,
Yeah,
and mine,
I went out of order.
4 was ground blooms for me. So
4 was bees for me.
nice. Okay.
Where am I at? Bottle rockets.
I was gonna put it on my list, but I kept it off my list. But yes, I do think those are good. Those are fun.
Shooting them at each other.
Yes.
Mine is Snap It's, again, kind of the same thing for the old sparkler. You could either throw them, and if they didn't blow, it didn't pop, then you'd step on them. But when you're a kid, that's usually the only thing you can do. You're like 8, 9, 10, just throwing. And it gets to a point the next day where you're like, oh, wow, I found one that didn't blow up. And you get to use them again. It's pretty, I like the Snap It's. Oh, and when you got dangerous enough where you could actually like snap it in your hand to kind of like between the fingers and try to pop it as well. So
Is that 3?
that's my third, yeah.
Okay.
I must have miscounted. I got one extra, but that's all right. We go smoke bombs here.
Oh, okay, I'm going one extra too. I like that.
Yeah.
So I also have Snap-Its here,
Yeah.
but I like Snap-Its when we were older more than we were kids because it became like this running joke that he would like we just throw them at each other randomly. Just my dad would like look at us like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And Craig would just like start throwing them at my feet randomly. I'd be walking just across, and I was sitting here, pop, 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 just out of nowhere.
Well, did you ever get it on the old T-shirt and blow up on the T-shirt and it leaves a little burn mark?
Little.
Yeah, that got you a bare bottom spanking by old mom if you did that too often. For me too, the classic mortars, the ones. But here's the thing: those mortars, you get to an age like 14, 15. Your dad's like, "All right, you just drop it through, but you got to angle it the right way. Sometimes if you don't angle it, it gets stuck and it blows out the bottom, and then it just sucks. And I've done that so many times. It's blown out that bottom. And I don't regret those words at all.
Just like that.
I don't regret saying blowing out that bottom
Oh, next up for me,
with my mortars.
Roman candles.
Roman candles as well.
For number one?
No, 2. I'm at 2.
That was my 2. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2. But I still have A1 and before I get to number 1.
Roman
Okay.
candle wars.
All right, I like that. Roman candle wars are fun. That's okay. That's kind of the dole that I'm talking about, but not dole. Those were meant to aim at people and shoot at people. Like it was just enough of a shot you could but it wasn't going to hurt.
The problem is that if you had, because we had a lot of bottle rocket wars, those would hit you and they'd fall off and it hurt, right? A little bit. Roman candles could stick to your clothes and catch it on fire. That was the problem.
I've seen somebody just take their shirt off and get welts because it was Roman candles.
That's the difference. Those could stick to you. I still did it, but I'm just saying.
That's why it's a man sport. Roman.
Roman. What's your number 2?
Oh, we're at number 1 now.
Okay.
No, I got an extra one then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw.
I have an extra one too. Never mind.
I'm gonna throw in the sparklers here as my extra / number 1, for the simple fact of, like you guys both said, I loved writing my name with different colors, like gold and red.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I would make multiple ones sparkler bombs every year. And one of the funniest things that I ever did at my parents' house was the very first time my parents ever saw a sparkler bomb.
Didn't
And
you
it was
show
the
up?
last time.
He showed up. If I remember, you weren't even there to visit. You showed up, went in the backyard, lit it off, and left.
No.
I thought you left.
No, I was there.
My extra one is just the artillery shells, because most of the stuff was when I was younger. Like now, I just like watching. I don't care about lighting much anything off anymore. I just like the big artillery shells going off now.
Yeah. That's the mortars that I was talking about. My favorite, absolute favorite firework out there that's ever been made.
I hope it's my number 1.
Are we doing favorite first before we do worst? We'll do worst last.
Ooh, should we do worst?
Let's do favorite then worst. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, let's do worst. I like that. That's very good.
All right.
My worst was snakes. Snakes was fun.
Ash everywhere? Come on.
No, it was like when you were like you did one of them and you're like, oh, that's cool. Then after that,
What do you
you're
mean?
like,
You stack 4 together and you see how many light.
I wish you put firecrackers. Firecrackers are fun. All right, go ahead, Craig.
So my worst,
Yeah.
anything with a parachute in it.
That's my favorite.
It's so
Parachutes
dumb.
are amazing.
No, they're not, because you never got them. They always flew into somebody else's yard or on roof, and you never ended up with it.
I
And
haven't
most
seen-
of it,
Not true.
I haven't
most
seen-
of it wasn't a real guy.
I haven't seen Craig
What-
was
you
had to get the more expensive
Savannah
ones.
Banana.
To get the real guys.
There's the distinction. I will give away my number 1. It's Parachute Man. If it's the real one when you get the men.
Can we change Mystery Man to Parachute Man? That'd be so much.
Then they started getting cheap and it was just like a toilet paper roll. And then it was stupid.
Parachute,
But the original,
dumb.
the original Parachute Man,
Parachute is great.
you always got them because they went to Miss Koenig's yard and you could go get them.
And funny thing is Mystery Man lent you parachute pants.
He did.
It all ties together.
So my worst is whistlers. I hate them. There's no point.
That's even better.
Like Whistling Pete's, like
What was your?
Like just the whistle.
Hold
All
on.
you do is it just whistles
Here's-
super loud.
here-
It gives
hey.
me headaches and
Oh,
migraines.
so here's the best.
It does nothing but light up and whistle.
This is the best.
that's your favorite.
I have Whistling Pete number 1.
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing ever.
Because it is so annoying.
It is
If
so
you could
funny.
light them off every 10 minutes, I would do it.
It's so annoying.
You guys are complete opposite.
But-
your favorites are your best.
But listen to his reason why. The enjoyment he doesn't like. The annoying stuff is what he likes.
Yeah. That's
If I had
hence why it is a podcast, because you know it grinds the gears of half the group, especially Lee. He's like, you guys should have never told me you hated this. I will now do this until I'm dead.
If I had enough money, I would buy enough Whistling Pete's to light it off every 10 minutes for the entire day.
That'd be the worst thing ever.
That would be horrible.
Guess what's back on? Headphones.
Oh, Whistling Pete's are loud enough you'd hear it through the headphones.
All right, my favorite, or my worst mistakes. My favorite was it looks like a crayon box with crayons that stick out, and it's the super white, bright light crackle, 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 crackle.
The boom crackle crackles.
No, just like it's like what?
You just explained like 20 different fireworks.
No.
But that's how Craig started the episode.
It's like a square
That's called
box,
foreshadowing.
and they look like crayon tips. Each one looks like a crayon tip that's in it. You light it, and it's just like that. Like that's what I like.
Okay, not the boom pop.
Not the boom pop. I do enjoy a boom pop though. We lived out in Selleck, so we now move into our 4th of July stories. We lived out in Selleck. I grew up there. Everyone got illegal fireworks. It was just like sitting outside, get the lawn chair out, and just like watch across the tree line 360. And it was just everyone was just spending hundreds of dollars on fireworks. That brings back memories to me. I if my parents ever sell the house, I'm gonna have a clause in it that I could still come out on 4th of July and just grab a lawn chair and just sit out in the pasture and just watch fireworks go off.
That's basically what 4th of July is. I never was huge about lighting fireworks. Like I do it. We did it when the girls were younger, just with them. Like I got back into it during then. But for me, it was watching it. And we used to go up on the roof. And our parents used to take like lawn chairs up there and get on the peak and sit up on the roof and watch it. So, I mean, I did the Roman candle wars, all the stuff. But I was never really big on 4th of July, like lighting stuff off.
Yeah. So
I liked watching.
You're the sparkler guy.
That was not the spark. I've never made a sparkler bomb in my life.
So I made one with Brandon Harris, just like Craig, first and last. So I go to we get it's not the ones with the little frilly at the end. You know, like it has like paper at the end, makes it easier to light. Sometimes it's twisted.
The red ones?
No, it's like
it has to have a red one for a fuse.
It's straight up like gray hard, just like it looks like sand on it. I'm not talking the brown where it's the punk. It looks like a punk, but it's gray and it's metal.
Just wrapped punks together.
And we just wrapped it super tight with saran wrap, pulled one out
Rookie.
to be the and just compacted it in there.
How many boxes did you use?
Like 2. So
Rookie.
it was like that, and it put one
brick of 12.
out.
You get a brick of 12 down at the Mucks.
Yeah,
that's how you make them, is using that brick of 12.
Let Craig
you got 4.
explain it.
You got 4 red boxes, 4 blue boxes, and 4 green boxes in this block.
okay.
And you can waste them, do as many as you want. But for me, I always made 3 with 4 boxes each.
And how big were they?
As thick as 4 boxes would be.
So like this, right? So maybe it was this big.
And you got to use what I've found to be the best is you use electrical tape first, then use duct tape on top of it.
Okay, kids, do not do this at home.
If
Kids,
Don't do this at home.
Kids,
Do not-
why are you listening to this podcast?
Don't Action Jackson. You're gonna get the real police called on you. Don't do this. But what we would do, and then
I'll sponsor it.
we'd throw it, and we threw it behind the boat. We had like this aluminum boat.
Full Buddy presents the
And
Sparkler Bomb contest.
Ooh, can we do
No,
that?
absolutely not.
Send your pics in.
No,
what you blew up.
Hashtag Craig Bomb.
I'm not even gonna air this thing now.
Hashtag Craig Bomb.
Craig tag, Craig bomb. But no, absolutely not. So anyway, my parents, when they heard that thing go off, it was the loudest boom in the world. It's so loud. And my mom was like ready to beat me with a belt. Like she was that upset. Like, you could have lost your hand. And I'm not holding it. I'm not like, hey guys, look, boom. But the shrapnel went everywhere. I mean, it blew apart. And then we never did it again.
I don't remember the last year I haven't did it.
Have you ever been?
Oh, you do it every year? Mm-hmm. I hope Craig.
Have you had anybody do TNT? Like
Dynamite.
I haven't. I've heard stories about people like throwing at lakes and stuff.
Like half
No.
sticks.
Yeah.
If you do a sparkler bomb correctly, it's probably pretty close to a quarter stick or something. I would guess. Just guessing. I don't know that for sure. But the first time, not the first time that I made a sparkler bomb, but the first time that I did it at my parents' house, I just told them I told them it was going to be a loud thing, right? And they're like, okay, just go ahead, go do it. And I go out in the backyard, and where my parents, the backyard is pretty close to the house. Mm-hmm. And I just put it in the middle of the yard. I didn't blow anything up. I literally just lit it in the yard, right? And I just remember it went off, obviously loud, but the percussion was so close to the house that it like rattled the windows. And my dad came flying out of the house. He was so pissed because it just like shook the windows almost.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember the year he actually like went all out, but he ended up buying bottle rockets out of that pack, and he bought all different sizes of
Those
bottle
huge
rockets,
ones?
and huge ones. And we started lighting bottle rockets off. He didn't know what they were gonna do, and so when they started flying into all the neighbors' yards and stuff, and then we saw the cops coming, and so he instantly was like, "We're not doing this anymore." He took all the bottle rockets away and like hid them, and then we're watching a movie inside, and like we all went inside and like hid, like we weren't doing anything. And I think he gave them to you to take to your friends or something.
We did. We used it for bottle rocket wars. And the best part about it is we did these bottle rocket wars, and it was a whole bunch of guys from high school. Well, they didn't realize that the pack my dad bought ranged from your normal ones, and then they got bigger and bigger to where they were like, a couple of them were like 1.5 feet long, like the actual rocket part, right? And towards the end of playing, I took one of those out and lit it and held it and let it go at somebody. And that person just saw this this coming at him. Like if it would have hit him, I don't even know. I would have felt bad. Like I shot it like not at him, but like around him. And it was crazy because
Mark your calendar. Craig would have felt bad. Put that up there.
Wow.
He would have felt it.
But he said kind
only if it hurt. Not only if it hurt. If it did damage enough to have to go to the hospital.
If it did more damage that it wasn't funny.
Yes.
Okay. There's a level.
Dude, the thing about 4th of July, what I like about it, like it's to me, it's a lot like the Thanksgiving of the summer because it's an all-day affair. Like Thanksgiving, for the most part, is an all-day where you're just like football in the morning, eat a little something, football in the morning, snacking all day, football. Like TV's always 4th of July is like as soon as you wake up, you're kind of like getting all ready. Not for you? Corey's like, no, I'm like, you're barbecuing all day, you're drinking all day, then you're lighting off fireworks at night, but you're having food and grub.
I've never had an all-day holiday.
You need to have that.
Yeah, I agree.
Holiday.
But you know that's not how it works.
Celebrate.
I get a half day.
If you took a holiday. Do you like working on the holidays to get a little extra money, or is that past the prime for you right now?
That's past.
Back in the day,
I'm
it was like,
past my
sweet,
prime.
double time and a half, baby.
You don't even get that anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm never going to open up a store in my life.
Ever.
But do you still work that day?
On Thanksgiving?
Oh, do you?
Or on 4th of July? 4th of July, yeah. That's not even really a holiday for retail.
But do you wait?
I can't work that day.
Do you work Thanksgiving?
I have.
Can you ever take it off?
I
don't.
Not usually.
Because you like Black Friday.
Well, I work Black Friday. I've never had Black Friday off for the most part. And there's a lot of things that I've never... Like, I used to trade Christmas Day off for Christmas Eve. Like, I'd work Christmas Eve for Christmas Day off. Because we're open Christmas Day all the time now. But for the most holidays, there's not really holidays anymore. For years, I've never felt like holidays were holidays.
Huh.
I have many holidays now.
Craig Day?
11 plus a new one this year.
What's your new
happened a couple weeks ago.
What's your new holiday?
Oh, yeah. I heard that. I heard like city officials getting that.
We get it.
Several people.
Or at this point, I got it. I went golfing on that day.
What is it?
Nice. Can't say. Well, I don't know. We can say it.
It's a federal holiday, Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Yeah.
Oh, you get a federal. It's a federal paid holiday now. Yeah. How many federal paid holidays do you get?
12, I think.
All right, I need to go. I'm going.
It's either 12 or that's the 13th. I don't remember.
Guess what? I'm done. I'm going to the government. I'm getting a government job.
That's crazy. That I was kind of like surprised that we didn't get it, but oh well, not that big of a deal.
The school district doesn't even get it.
Write a letter.
Yeah, if it's a federal holiday?
That's the thing. It's not part of some people's contracts right now. Where the government can just say, it is what it is right now. If it's not part of some contracts, which I believe that's why the school district doesn't. But they probably will in a year or two.
Yeah, it's a school district. They get every day they want off.
Yeah, so
it's gonna be the thing is it's you're gonna have. They used to have like snow days, right, where like you could take it off. Now it's gonna be by the time my kids, or like I have grandkids, it's gonna be they don't go to school year round, and then it's oh by the way this is a random Friday in October. It's a school day.
see, all as I know is this the way I look at it. If you're a federal or city employee, you start in January and you always have the first. Off,
yeah,
right. February was never. February you get and in January you also get MLK, right?
Right.
So you get 2 holidays. February you get President's Day.
Yeah.
Right. March was
Easter sometimes or Good Friday,
depending. So you always went, and then it was all of a sudden it was like, May's
Labor Memorial Day.
June never had one. It does now. So you get one in June.
July you get something.
July you get the 4th.
August you get Labor Day at the very
September.
end.
September. It's usually in September.
So you need an August one.
I need an August
Yeah.
and an October.
October's Halloween. No,
Yeah,
October you get Indigenous Day.
I don't think it's a federal holiday.
No, I thought it was
Because
like,
it was Columbus Day.
It used
It
to
just
be
got changed the name.
right.
It's not a federal
But
holiday.
you got off for school.
Well, I don't know.
There's your next your
October,
next thing.
October and August. We got to figure out how to get those
Federal holiday.
a day off when those.
And if you're a government or city employee and need somebody to work, I'm available so I can get these holidays.
Please,
I'm available.
I'm available.
No
please.
pumpkins.
Could you get him a job at where you're at or no? Can you have like relatives there?
Oh yeah, he could work there as long as there's somebody who's qualified for.
Craig's like, all right, so the city's putting in a pumpkin patch that they need an overseer for.
$85,000 a year to oversee pumpkins all the time. Do you do it?
Am I in charge of other people?
No, you have to do the work with them, but yes, you have helpers.
But I can
No, you have to.
Still
do the
have
work.
to move pumpkins.
I understand that, but I can decide how they get moved.
Well, no, the city tells you where they put them,
Yeah, I understand that, but how that happens.
and you have to grow them.
Yeah, no, you're the pumpkin patch guy.
All right, I'm in.
All right, wait. Let's. You went too high, too fast, Craig.
No, it's already there. You locked it in. Contract signed.
That seems like a reasonable city shop.
Craig,
Why are
I
they?
just offered him more.
Why are they clearing that land over there? Oh, that's going to be the city of Auburn pumpkin patch. Year round pumpkin.
You're around pumpkin patch. Craig Bentley's idea.
Yeah. And weird enough, it was Craig Bentley's idea, and they hired his brother. Oh, you talk about politicking.
Craig immediately goes tomorrow to work. He's like, "Do I have an idea for you guys?"
Nope, I have tomorrow off, and then I have a 4-day weekend because of the new holiday.
Wow. What are you doing tomorrow?
Heading to Oregon for the tournament we talked about like
That's
2
right.
weeks ago.
That's right. Then you're coming back on Monday, or you?
Come back Sunday, golfing Monday, because it's a holiday.
Is it going to be Mystery Man and Seth and a few others, or just you?
Mystery Man and 2 other people we used to work with that you guys don't know.
Nice, cool. Well, that's awesome. Sounds fun. I do see though you're kind of on to something with the whole get something
Holiday
off
every
once a month. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see why not. Morale would go up. It's like a 4-day work week.
That's what
they're trying that in some places.
They've already
4-day work week, but are they doing 8 hours or 10?
No,
So 32
wanna
hour
do-
work
they
week.
wanna
That'd
do
be a full
32s.
work week.
and you still get paid for the normal.
That's crazy to me. That'd be awesome.
Well, it's not crazy to anywhere out of America.
Well, I mean, there's some places that don't even have. There's like 12-hour days.
Well, that's a whole.
Those are
different-
sweatshops.
Those are yeah. Those are.
And the kids are 8.
Where do you think that Under Armour's coming from, right there, buddy?
I didn't say all the countries. Where do you think we get our goods from? Don't ruin the system, Travis.
Yeah, Nike's going to bring this podcast down.
They're like
Shut them down.
4 days a week. Everything is $300 for your shorts now.
So did you see that? Did you see that guy that was able to? It happened back in like I want to say the early '80s, late '80s, and then someone replicated it, and
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
both of them were murdered. Both of them were murdered or are dead, found dead, suicide.
Flubber,
They were able to create an engine
the corn one.
that was able to be ran off of just water. And both of them, mysterious deaths. So one guy did it, and this other guy, like 20 years later, just recently did it, and he was just found dead.
Are you saying we should try it?
No, I'm saying don't try it.
Because the oil people will get you.
If you're thinking, listen, I will recommend this. If you are thinking about building a water engine, your government's going to kill you. Do that sparkler bomb instead.
The government ain't going to kill you.
So
The
back
oil
on.
companies are.
Sparkler bomb, send in
Back
the pics.
And then
See that? That's planned.
Do you know what machine you need to, they're working on that I don't know if they've got fully done yet? Is
teleportation.
that as well. Quantum leap. Turning seawater into fresh water. Having the machine just got there can churn it into.
Yeah.
They actually do that with urine also.
There's a guy, I just watched this.
Did you watch Bear Grylls out in the wild or something?
This is the other one I watched today too. Air. Straight up air turning into water.
Yeah.
It's called steam.
Well, no, I know, yes. And then
Oh, wait a minute. That's water. turning into air.
What you do is you heat up the ice.
I've created a machine that creates water out of ice. And
you're saying the polar caps are melting? Perfect. More water.
dang it, someone's on to me. I was gonna hook up some oil rigs and drill into the ice and get a bunch of ice chunks to come out.
Sell those to California.
Boom, done. Anything else, guys?
Problem solved.
The guy that posted the video, it's a news article, news video of him and his invention that created water out of air. Someone commented, "Bro, go hide out now."
Yeah.
Lay low for a few years.
They already have a machine that can control the weather, so you can make it so it can rain if you needed to.
Alex Jones just showed up.
All I'm saying.
Alex Jones.
You know
Corey
what?
Jones.
We've been doing a pretty good job.
What?
I like these last 2-3 podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to pat yourself on the back.
Well, I mean, trying to say stuff to get this thing shut down. Way to go.
Way to go.
Yeah, Big Oil, you suck. Travis created a machine I'm looking at right now that makes water cars run.
But you want to know what I think?
Hmm.
I think that it's all tied together. That was what year was that? You said that they had they made the engines.
It's like 80s.
I think that's when Scientology started.
That is probably true. Ron L. Hubbard did like the sea. He was a boat captain.
What are you talking about?
That's the creator of Scientology.
Any other questions or any things from Action Jackson? Is that it?
He did have one more question, but I thought it was going to make you sad, so I didn't ask it.
What movie did you cry at? Dude, I'm crying, by the way, side note, I'm crying at everything right now.
Are you going through menopause?
I think I am.
Menopause?
Dude, Eddie, I cried. I teared up at freaking Top Gun. I know. It's like this. It's like they got the music playing. You get it. It's intense. There's resolution. Everything's good. They did it.
See, I would have understood
tears.
if you would, because you don't want to ruin it for people.
I'm not bawling.
I would have understood it if you know the scene I'm talking about where they do a flashback.
Yes.
I kind of would have understood it there, but you didn't say that one.
No. Well, but then it kind of comes full circle. You kind of think, and then you're like, but no. Just tug at my heartstrings, man. I could literally read a Hallmark card. And I'd probably tear up the one where it's got like the guy picture cards where picture on the front of the card where it's got googly eyes and you open it up and it's the boobs or something.
There's two problems with that.
I cry.
One is you got to read the card, and two, the cards are so stupid to spend money on.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
You know what,
Yeah.
Craig?
Another one.
Don't get Craig started on the Hallmark Mafia, okay? It's a whole thing. They're out
Waste
to
the
get
money.
you.
It's a gallon of gas.
So the question that you're going to cry at is, will the Mariners ever have a back-to-back winning season? Ever.
In our lifetime or ever?
Ever from now on.
Maybe in his lifetime. He's a little younger.
That is true. He's younger.
Me? Thank you. I cannot stand the Seattle Mariners right now. I hate them. I don't care about them anymore. When's
Why?
football
Because
season?
you're losing series against the Orioles and Twins?
Yeah. Twins are good. Ish. Kind of. But I'm so tired of freaking the Mariners.
So I'm going to go with no on that one.
No, I don't think we'll ever have a winning. I think we're the freaking Cleveland Browns of the MLB.
You know what's going to happen is the Sonics are going to come back and win a championship before the Mariners ever do.
I think that's very possible.
That's actually probably that is the most realistic thing I think you've ever said, Corey.
That's the most realistic.
Realistic, yeah.
Yeah.
Way more realistic than transportation. Like that, like that's out there.
Like a horse and buggy? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, you're gonna tell me these things are automated. Wheels. I'm getting phone calls left and freaking right now. We gotta wrap this puppy up. We gotta do shout outs. I'm gonna shout out. You know what? I'm gonna shout out the town of Selleck. I'm gonna shit out the town of Enumclaw at times. We used to have pretty fun, sweet fireworks shows, and then the bald eagle showed up. Hey, what's more patriotic than a freaking bald eagle flying through fireworks, scared out of his life? But it looks cool.
He probably came for the fireworks.
He probably is there for the fight. He's like, this is awesome. I'm a bald eagle. I love the 4th of July. This is where you put me on T-shirts. You put me on freaking. You get a tattoo of me. Like that's what. So why are we freaking stopping the fireworks? It's like the president showing up and you're like, sorry, we don't like. You're here now. We don't want. That's what you need. So anyway, shit out that. Shout out town of Selleck for not caring. There's fireworks.
Have they ever?
There's bald eagles shooting fireworks off out there. They don't care. Bald eagle don't give a shit.
Bald eagle don't play.
Craig popped up.
I got 2 shout outs.
Let's do it.
Shout out 1. Anybody that makes Sparkle Bomb and sends it to Trav picture wise what they blew up.
Yeah,
shout out 1.
We like to see those.
Shout out 2. Anybody that hasn't seen it, and because it's around the 4th of July, goes and watch Peacemaker. It's about America.
Yeah.
I thought it was about I saw the bootlegged version. It was Pacemaker, and it's about a guy. It was about a guy's heart condition.
That must have been exciting. No, he's always on the edge of his seat. Are you texting during the episode?
I'm about to wrap it up, and Action Jackson's cool with it. I'm grabbing a Bowman Mega Box.
My shout out is to Jackson. Thank you for all the questions. Well done, sir. It was fun working with you again. By this time, you're probably leaving soon.
What is Peacemaker?
It's a TV show. It's John Cena.
Oh,
He has a bald eagle. It's trained.
His bald eagle is his pet.
what do you think about Vince McMahon and the sexual and the thing that's going
There's
on?
no
right
doubt in my mind that
Yeah,
that happened.
that is
Yeah.
not surprising.
But do you think now his daughter was secretly kind of like hushed away
That's
a few
'cause
months
she,
ago?
She was on the board.
Yeah.
She knew it was up.
She knew it
being
was
saved.
coming, and she's not gonna. So,
You think that powerful of a family didn't know that he was banging chicks and paying them off?
do you think that's gonna there's not gonna be a McMahon anymore in this world?
I don't think it changes much because I don't think a lot of those women, and I could be wrong, weren't doing it out of their own accord.
And trying to get something.
There's no story that he forced himself or did anything. The story is
It was affairs.
The story is he had an affair, and then afterwards she came and was like, "Hey, I need a raise," and he's like, "Okay, here's $3 million. Shut up." It wasn't during; it was after the affair.
Oh,
So it wasn't like he was like, "I'm gonna go do this, and here's $3 million. Thank you."
spank you.
It was like after everything, and I guarantee that his wife knew the whole time.
She's probably doing some of the guy wrestlers.
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa!
With that,
True story.
You heard it here first.
Craig's trying to get the WWE after us now.
That'd be awesome.
That would be the most amazing thing ever if you got him sued. Because our names aren't on anything.
Shoot. WWE. Come get me.
WWE versus Full Buddy.
Don't do that. Shout out
Nobody gets
to
smacked
Kellen
down.
Hall, Holly Graff, Eric Madrid, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Desi B, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly. Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny, Apollo Dolo, Jackson Action Jackson, Sasha Carey, Russell Brandon, Thomas Savageau. Have a great 4th of July. Stay safe. Don't make sparkler bombs unless
You send pictures.
you're going to create a water engine.
Up your donations for a lawyer on retainer.
Please. Don't sue me. Have a happy 4th.
Goodbye, y'all.
What?